Makakalikasang pagbati sa ating mga katahanan. Laudato Si mi Signore. Nandito tayo sa ating programa Laudato Si on Care for Common Home dito sa Faith Watch YouTube channel ng CBCP Media Office and Areopagos Communications. Ito po si Ita Lu, Miss Lu, or Ate Lu, ang inyong host sa programang ito. At ngayon ay ating mga co-host. I would like to make this this emphasis na ang ating mga kasama ngayon ay mag-co-host na rin natin, no? Kasi sila ay magkikwento, no? Magkikwentuhan tayo ngayon dito sa iba't ibang buhay pare, buhay misyonaryo, at buhay mga tagapangalaga ng kalikasan. Ayan, siguro magtataka kayo. Marami kami ngayon at nanggaling sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Oh, wow! This is international. Pero hindi po international ang mga beauties. No? Hindi international mga beauties. Ito ay mga Pilipinong produkto ng ating tema sa ating 500 years of Christianity, gifted to give. And they were given by the Filipino church to the different parts, missionary parts of the world. No? So, mga katahanan, ating pabatiin at i-welcome ang ating dati na rin suki dito sa ating programa, si Brother Tagoy or Brother Jaazael Jakosalem ng Augustinian Recollect, no? Siya ngayon ay nasa Germany. So, brother, bumati at magpakilala tayo.
Hello sa ating mga listeners sa Faith Watch. Magandang araw, no? Magandang araw sa lahat. Nandito kami para mag-share sa inyo ng aming buhay, ng aming mga advokasya at ng aming mga hope para sa ating simbahan, no? Simbahan hindi lang sa Pilipinas kundi simbahang migrante, simbahang international. Welcome to the program.
Yan, so Brother Tagoy, no? Siya yung kung napatandaan nyo sa ating nakaraang episode, siya po ay nagbigay ng kanyang pagninilay tungkol sa Laudato Si and COP26, no? At of course, may kasama siya mga kapatid niyang Recoletos din na pakilala natin, no? Nanggaling sa Taiwan. Father Joel.
Hello po, magandang hapon o magandang araw po sa lahat ng nakikinig o nanonood sa programang ito. Ako po si Father Joel Dequilaa, miyembro din po ng Order of Augustinian Recolect. At isa po akong misyonero na na-assign dito sa Taiwan for the past 16 years.
Wow.
Ang pangalan ko po sa Chinese ay Tai Jian. So,
ano yun?
Tai Jian Fu. Yun pa ang pangalan ko. No, so kung may mga Chinese speaking po tayo dyan,
yes.
Pinabati ko po kayo lahat. No? Ni hao, tian chu pao yo.
Ayan. Yes, Father, mamaya babatiin mo talaga sila dahil itong ating programa ay global. Mapapanood kahit para sa ang parte ng mundo. Kaya maganda rin na you speak mamaya sa mga languages kung saan kayo, no? I-translate nyo yung ating ng konti yung ating mga pag-uusapan para naman ma-in din sila and they would get interested, no? Lalo na naman na majority pag-usapan natin Tagalog, pero we hope na we can translate, we do it sometimes in English and translate it to the language where you are a missionary. Okay, so welcome, Father, for the first time dito sa programa. Okay, next, no? But not of course the least, no? Ito naman, no, from Taiwan, let's go to Saipan. Ayan. So pakilala natin at i-welcome natin at pabatiin na natin si Father Albert.
Magandang umaga or hapon. Ako po si Father Albert Pellazar from the Order of Augustinian Recolects. Sa kasalukuyan, ako po ay nasa nagsiservisyo o naglilingkod dito sa Diocese of Canoa. Ako po ay nasa 2 weeks ago, nasa isla pa ako ng Saipan, pero kakalipat na po namin dito sa Rota. So it's a very nice island within the Pacific. And it's good to really also do our mission here. And we've been here for the past 5 years. But in my case, 2 years and a half. Maraming pong salamat to be part of this program.
Ayan. So welcome, Father. This will be your first, but don't worry, you will still have the succeeding, no? Yung mga later, natin, you will have your second and third. Kasi maganda rin na kung ano yung pag-usapan natin dito, mafa-follow up natin, mag-update din kayo, magkikwento din kayo, no, sa mga hinaharap nating mga programa. Because this is every Sunday, ang episode natin na to at ma-share din ninyo. That's why siguro parinig mo rin sa amin mamaya yung language dyan sa Saipan, i-translate mo rin minsan yung ilan sa pag-usapan natin sa language ng Saipan para maintindihan din ng inyong parishioners, ng inyong mga mga kapatid na taga Saipan at taga Taiwan, no? And of course, so again, kaya yun na welcome na natin yung ating tatlong, I would like to call you co-host kasi hindi naman ibago sa akin ang mga Recoletos, no? You have been our partner at kaibigan tayo, matagal na din. So, ngayong episode na to para sa ating mga taga-subaybay. Ang ating pag-usapan ngayon ay bahagi pa din ng 500 years of Christianity. No, ngunit titingnan natin ano ang naging papel, no, ng Augustinian Recollect, no, sa pagpalaganap ng pananampalataya sa Pilipinas, lalo na sa first 50 years of Christianity in the Philippines. And of course, they would share, no, saan ba sila anong mga probinsya sila nanggaling at bakit kaya itong mga paring to at si brother hindi nagpare, classmates sila pero hindi siya nagpare, siya naging brother. Ano naman yung mga karisma o spiritualidad ng Augustinian Recollect na nag-inganyo sa inyo to become, to belong to the congregation, no? So, fathers and Brother Tagoy, so sinong mauna? Kwentuhan lang naman ito.
Yeah, pwede ako mauna siguro.
Yan. Father Albert.
Okay, ako po si Father Albert. No? Ako po isinilang sa probinsya ng Bohol. And the town is in Gindulman. And when I studied my high school, and it so happened na yung eskwelahan na pinasukan ko is run by the order and by the Augustinian Recollect sisters. And then, while I'm studying there for 4 years, involved po ako, active po ako sa mga religious activities ng aming eskwelahan at saka sa aming simbahan. Kaya doon po nahuhubog po yung aking vocation to become a priest. Pero wala pa akong idea. Akala ko ang pagpapare, isa lang. But when I learned and to love the life of the Augustinian Recollect, sabi ng mga madre, kung gusto kong magpare, why not become a religious? Wala akong kaya ano pong ibig sabihin nito. Kaya when one of the vocation promoters from the Augustinian Recollect priest arrived in our school, doon po nila kami tinawag at saka kung sino pong gustong magpapare at doon po ako nag-exam. No? And fortunately, pumasa po ako. And considering that I am the eldest among 6 siblings, sabi ng parents ko, huwag daw ako magpare. Gusto nila na the eldest of the family to look for another course that could help my siblings. Pero naramdaman ko po talaga na tinawag ko ng Diyos kaya I insisted. Kaya pinadala kami sa Baguio, doon yung formation namin sa college at doon ko lang nalalaman na ang Augustinian Recollects pala ay isang religyoso na grupo ng mga kalalakihan different from the diocesan. Kaya nagiging Augustinian Recoletos po ako.
Ayun. So kung titingnan natin, no, ang key din doon yung na-involve ka at a young age sa simbahan o sa school na sa religious no? Yung parang yun ang pagtatanim ng missionaries. Yung mga mothers that were acting as missionaries during that time as your educators, they planted the seed already of the vocation. So parang no? And so Father Joel, ikaw naman, no?
On my part naman po, more or less pare-pareho kami ng kwento ni Father Albert. Ako rin po ay produkto ng mga Augustinian Recollect sisters doon sa Panga, South Cotabato. Doon po ako nakatira, yung family namin. Ang school namin is run by the Augustinian Recollect sisters. Then I was also involved in our parish as a member of the sacristans, no, or the altar servers, and then some music ministry then. At during that time, during our time, the sisters are very active in promoting religious vocations. No, merong mga diocesan, different congregations pumupunta sa aming school, but then, of course, the Augustinian Recollects were the ones who invited us also to join the order of the Augustinian Recoletos. Just like Father Albert, when I entered the OAR, I didn't have any idea of a religious congregation or a diocesan priest. I just like to become a priest. And then one of the attractions that led me to the Augustinian Recoletos was the seminary in Baguio City. Kasi po taga-probinsya, and then those times, when you hear about the word Baguio City, talagang kakaiba yung dating, no? Malayo sa Kabiasnan, and then it's called the summer capital of the Philippines. And then the time, hindi pa uso ang eroplano. So, pagkakasakay ka ng eroplano. So, I was very excited to go to Baguio City. And by the way, we have schoolmates who went ahead of us. And then when they come back for vacation, they always tell us stories about how beautiful the seminary in Baguio City is, and how beautiful the life of the seminarians inside. So yun ang mga attraction sa akin. And then when I entered the seminary, doon na na-develop yung talagang vocation ko to become a priest, because I'm also the third child among 6. And my father works abroad, and during those times he didn't want me to enter the seminary because I was the eldest son. So he wanted me to pursue another career. He was working abroad. And then when he left for abroad, I also left for the seminary. And when I entered the seminary, I told him, nandito na po ako. Kaya sabi niya, sige, wala na akong magawa, that's your choice. So that's more or less the story of my vocation.
Wow, okay. So again, no, the sisters are planting seeds, no, sa educational. So alam natin religious congregations, lalo mga sisters, usually yung kanilang mission is sa school, and doon nagsimula yung pagtatanim ng binhi na yon. Na at maganda kasi naramdaman niyo na-develop talaga kayo through the seminary. Hindi lang siya na kahit nasabi mababaw yung sabi mo gusto mo ka makarating ng Baguio, pero when you're there, mas na-deepen kasi yung vocation. Kaya yun ang magandang nangyari. So si Brother Tagoy naman.
Yes, I am from a city founded by the Augustinian Recoletos. No? Sa city namin, there are 2 schools. One by the Augustinian Recollect sisters and the other one by the Augustinian Recollect fathers. I started studying in our school in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. And then the same, we are attracted to the ministry of the priest, and we want to become like priests, like not necessarily religious priests, but diocesan priests, like Father Joel and Father Albert, very active in the church ministry as acolytes or as a musician in the parish. Tayo naman, attracted lang tayo sa ano ang mga blessings ng isang pare, special ang pagkain, special ang treatment. It started with attraction, and then sa city naman namin, the school being famous in our city, na maraming pumapasok na mga from young boys entering the minor seminary. Ako din nag-explore na maganda siguro ito kasi the way they dress, parang the way they are being modeled upon in the school, kayong yung training mismo within the seminary. The privilege, you're attracted to the many privileges. But again, these are nourished when you go through the seminary formation. Na-clarify mo na, nakita mo na ito palang Augustinian Recollect is ang charism niya is into the community life, which sa loob mas na-develop when you establish friendships na mas malalim, mas yung bonding sa loob ng mga seminarista, pareho kayo, and then these things, even yung mga attraction mo na clarify na ano siya, na parang naayos na ang level mo sa attraction tumataas na, nagiging na-internalize mo na yung mission mo pala is to serve, from all these many physical or providential blessings sa isang religious or sa isang pare. Ano lang pala ito, part lang ito ng biyaya ng Diyos, and then you go through successfully receiving the vows, and in the case of Father Albert and Father Joel, being ordained as priests.
Okay, so titingnan natin lahat, I think nagsimula naman sa ganun na mababaw na dahilan, pero of course kaya may mga formation tayo, may seminaries, kung saan inuhubog. So yung mga schools, mga basic education schools natin, nagtatanim lang yon. Lalo na yung mga under the religious congregation or yung mga nag-undergo lang ng catechesis sa mga public schools, nagtatanim. And then deepening and talagang harnessing yung gift and yung vocation ay talagang nasa seminary. At maganda at this stage, alam ko parang over 25 years na yan, nag-silver jubilee na yata kayo sa inyong mga vows, and tama ba ako?
Yes.
O, di ba?
Last year sa amin. Last year.
Okay, so nag-silver na kayo, di ba? Si
Father Albert next year.
Next year. So ibig sabihin, yung mababaw na yun na dahilan ng pagpasok, umabot na saan na kayo ngayon? You are now gifts of the church, 2 different countries serving as missionaries, And the spirituality that you have developed in the seminary, na talagang parang na-solidify na ang Augustinian spirituality sa inyo. Ngayon, tanungin po kayo, sa sitwasyon natin ngayon ng ating planeta, paano nyo nakikita yung ugnayan ng spirituality, kung saan kayo ng Augustinian spirituality at charism ni Saint Augustine dyan sa encyclical ni Pope Francis na Laudato Si. So, lalo na sa inyong actual na ginagawa na pagmimisyon, sa inyong areas, nakikita ninyo. Naramdaman din ba sa Taiwan, Father Joel, ang climate change?
Yes, of course.
Oo, ang typhoon, palagi din dyan, Diyan sa
Pero
Saipan,
we are very lucky for these past 3 years.
Okay.
Kasi dumadaan lang yung typhoon. Dati kasi very destructive yung mga typhoon. Pero these past 3 years, hindi siya nagsistay. Dumadaan lang sa amin ng mabilis. And then goes to China or Japan.
Yan. So, Father Albert,
Thanks be to God.
Oh, that's good. That's good news. Sana ay hindi na magano, But then still nandiyan yung issues natin sa environment sa ating planeta. So yun po yung question ko. How is Augustinian spirituality really connected with Laudato Si na encyclical ni Pope Francis? So, Brother Tagoy?
Yes. Ang sa Augustinian spirituality kasi is pinaka-basic sa amin is common life, common good, no?
Okay.
And nakita natin yung encyclical ni Pope. Ang message niya is the care for our common home.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya this is very close to our charism in a way that the spirit of Augustine calls us to the care for community is a care to the church, no? Hindi lang within the community ng isang religious community, kundi the whole of the church, no? This is the whole community, and then this encompasses the concerns of the church. Kaya nga, like the mission of the missionaries is not only to preach the gospel when they came to the Philippines, no? Historically, we can trace that they were also involving people to build homes, involving people to agriculture. Mm-hmm. Like si Saint Ezekiel, gumawa ng dam sa Cavite para maayos yung rice fields nila, no? And hanggang ngayon, nagagamit pa rin yung dam doon. Kaya yung care for the common home is a care for the community of life, no? Kaya this message of Pope Francis echoes also the spirit of Augustine that all religious and within the charism of a religious, he should care for the concerns of the church. Many concerns, social, ecological, even economics, and this is also the integral ecology of Pope Francis in Laudato Si.
Ayun. So may madagdag si Father Albert?
Yes, ma'am. No, thank you, Brother Tagoy, for that introduction. It's more on communitarian spirit of the Recollects that really encourages us also to share what we have to the people by living up a common home in a broader perspective, and that is our planet Earth. So kung gaano kami ka-observant at saka masigasig sa aming pagpapalaganap ng pag-protect ng ating tahanan, we want to reflect that one, share that one to the rest of the world. Kaya we expanded not only within the Philippines. In my case, I'm here in Saipan, isang isla na nasa kalagitnaan ng Pacific Ocean. We are all very vulnerable to typhoons. Kaya recently lang, 3 years ago before I arrived here, there was a typhoon here, very strong. I could still see the devastation. May mga bahay pa rin hindi pa naayos as of the moment. Kaya it's really a reality that needs more awareness to the people, and we should do something for the common good of our planet.
Okay, so Father Joel, baka may dagdag ka.
Gusto ko lang po i-affirm yung mga ideas ni Father Albert at saka ni Brother Tagoy about our common home. Actually, Taiwan is, I guess, one of the supporters of climate change initiatives. At dito sa Diocese of Kaohsiung, our bishop and the priests are very active promoters of or protectors of the environment in coordination with other faiths also, especially the monks, yung mga monks. Marami kaming mga na-organize na mga activities, for example, cleaning ng beach, and then kahit yung mga walkathon to promote also the awareness about the environment. So maraming programs yung na-encounter ko dito sa Taiwan as missionary, although hindi naman talaga Recoletos yung nangunguna, pero sabihin natin, nagpa-participate kami actively sa mga programs ng diocese at saka ng mga ibang pananampalataya such as the Buddhists. Very active po dito sa Taiwan.
Ayun. So in a way, ang charism ng St. Augustine o na Augustinian Recollect na common good and common home, parang na-extend yan to the community of the whole creation, no? Ng mga missionaries. So tanong natin ngayon, ano yung kung pumunta kasi kami ng Madrid noong last 2019, no, sa COP25, na-encounter ko doon yung ARCORES, no, si Brother Tagoy. Siguro maganda, brother, no, pakilala natin ano ba yung ARCORES? Ano ba yung ARCORES na international organization ng Augustinian Recollect, no? So, brother, kindly pakilala mo naman at ano yung mga programa at projects ng ARCORES in relation to caring for our common home.
Ang ARCORES is the solidarity arm of the Augustinian Recollects International. ARCORES means the Augustinian Recollect Solidarity Network. And from this ministry of the Augustinian Recollects, this NGO formalizes the many initiatives of the Augustinian Recollects globally. No? Hindi lang sa Philippines, kundi Latin America, United States, Europe, and in Asia and Africa. Marami kasing social projects that involves the missionary activity also of our religious communities situated in different areas. ARCORES is the social solidarity arm of the Augustinian Recollects in the whole world. And ARCORES means Augustinian Recollect Solidarity Network, encompassing the missionary and the social activities done by the many communities of the Augustinian Recollects in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America, and in Europe. And we are into supporting the building of schools, the support of environmental projects, and support of many initiatives that concerns the life of the people. This is also in answer to the solidarity call of Pope Francis that we need to respond as a religious community and as a church.
Ayun. So, ngayon, tanungin natin si Father Albert, no? Paano naman ano naman yung mga projects nyo na under ARCORES at related to response to Laudato Si?
So far, ang aming mga initiatives dito ay we really join the ocean cleanup because we are in island situation composed of many islands and islets. So Saipan, Rota, Ortinian, they are really very good islands. The problem is that ang mga tao, no, minsan yung mga kalat nila sa basura, pag sila ay nagdagsas nasa beach, nakakalimutan. Kaya we do ocean cleanup from time to time, not only in the national, international level, but even in our parochial level. And then awareness also on segregation.
Okay.
We posted posters in the walls of the churches, how to do segregation. And if we are also in the beach, even if there's the ocean cleanup, when part na sa consciousness namin na we need to pick up and clean up our mess, even if the body is watching us. Yun ang training at formation din namin sa aming mga kabataan.
Okay, so Father, kanina kasi sinabi mo rin na kasi island kayo at isa actually kayo sa very vulnerable sa climate change, di ba? So kumusta po ang advocacy dyan, no? Lalo na nakatatapos lang din ng COP26, no? Yung International Conference of Parties on Climate Change. Gaano katatag, kalakas ang panawagan ng islanders diyan ng Saipan na citizens tungkol dito sa sa climate change?
Kaya mayroong move din ng government na i-cancel na yung mga paggamit ng mga plastics sa market, and then continuous din ang tree planting activities. Yun po, so far, ma'am, ang ginagawa namin dito.
Okay. So pero yung church diyan, Father, yung diocese is kasama siya sa malakas na nanawagan tungkol dito sa mga leaders of the world to stop yung paggamit ng coal, ng fossil fuel.
Yes, we are one with that, ma'am.
Okay. So
ang kagandahan din yan, Tita Lu, si
Yes.
Father Albert, may mga personal initiative siya na to underline the abuses on the environment, lalo na sa kanyang area. That's why pinadala ko rin sa iyo yung na video niya na kanina din lang yun nakuha.
Yeah.
Yung mga kalat na basura sa tabing dagat.
So maganda yun, no? Mapakita rin natin na yung issue na yon ng kalat, no? Yung garbage ay present din dyan. At the same time, meron kayong mga initiative. Kaya mapapanood natin yung nangyayari din sa Saipan at ano yung ginagawa na rin to address it. Okay? So, Father, for your last words and dito sa ating programa.
Thank you so much for having me here in this program sa Faith Watch, and I'm so thankful sa pag-host, ma'am, and sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa amin ngayon. It's indeed a great challenge facing ahead of us, so we need to move together, be united in really taking care of our environment, not only for our own, but this is for the future of our generation and for the church. Thank you, and may God bless us all in all our endeavors.
Ayan, si Father Albert. Thank you very much, Father. So, okay, so
the advocacy of Father Albert, as he presented it, is an answer to the global problem of global garbage patch existing in the Pacific. And many times, this garbage contributed by the different countries within the Pacific Ocean, pumupunta sa mga isla yan. And isa sa mga apektadong isla itong mga sa Marianas. And our mission in the Marianas is also working for this solving this environmental crisis existing in the Pacific Islands.
Ayan, so imagine as missionaries, hindi lang talaga preaching the gospel, but hindi lang sacramental, no? But of course, yung pagtugon sa Laudato Si in concrete action, no? Kasi sa Laudato Si 211, maliwanag yun, very specific kung ano yung mga dapat gawin natin, no? So, brother, si Father Joel naman, paano po ang programang ng ARCORES, no? Iba't ibang concerns at lalo na yung Laudato Si, pagtugon natin sa panawagan ng Laudato Si diyan sa Taiwan.
Dito po ang Augustinian Recollect sa Taiwan hindi masyadong directly involved sa dito sa mga programs ng ARCORES, pero ang diocese itself, and I guess Taiwan government is very active or very conscious about environmental protection. So ang Augustinian Recollects, although hindi directly involved, pero very supportive of the activities and initiatives of the diocese, and as well as interfaith dialogue, especially sa protection ng environment. And then our communities here in Taiwan is also very active in supporting the initiatives of Brother Tagoy in the Philippines. Katulad nung nangyari nung Haiyan, Haiyan, I guess that was Haiyan. May mga initiatives yung Augustinian Recollects through the leadership of Brother Tagoy that time to build yung mga parang mga homes ng mga nawalan ng bahay. So sa amin dito sa Taiwan, I was also asking the help of my parishioners, financial at saka at the same time yung mga goods. So marami po kaming napadalang mga goods noon, karton-karton na malalaki, pinamigay doon sa mga victims ng typhoon. And then we also contributed cash to help in building sa mga bahay ng mga nawala ng mga shelters ng itong mga victims ng typhoon. No, so most of the initiatives are undertaken by the diocese or by the ARCORES itself, and kami dito as a community sa Taiwan, more on support system po kami. Kasi the Taiwan itself is very sabihin natin nasa forefront nitong protection of the environment, kasi dito po talagang very strict yung kahit pagputol ng kahoy talagang bawal. Parang zero tolerance sila dito sa pagputol ng kahoy. Kahit sarili mong lupa. Hindi ka basta-basta putol ng kahoy, especially pag malaki na yan at saka matanda na yung kahoy. Kailangan mo magpaalam sa government, and normally hindi po yan pinapayagan. So, meron sila ditong marami silang mga programs yung mga carbon capture, I guess. Pero malalaking programa na kasi yan sa government na talaga. Pero ang mga religious congregations dito at mga different faith, no? As I have mentioned, the monks, the Buddhist monks are very active. So we are always coordinating our efforts with other faith. Particularly the Buddhists and the Taoists. Kasi majority po dito sa Taiwan are Taoists and Buddhists. Ang mga Kristiyano dito sa Taiwan is only 2% ng kanilang overall population. So ang Catholic, more than 1% lang po ng population ng Taiwan. But our relationship is very good with other religious organizations.
Yeah, okay. So yun nga, no, since ang Taiwan, alam na natin yun. In fact, dito sa Pilipinas may mga Taiwanese institutions dito, no, yung na talagang ang kanila ay pag-process ng mga plastic into materials for tawag nito,
Recycling.
For recycling into the recycled plastic, for example, into parang mga tents, mga para doon sa mga disaster areas, no? Kumbaga kung Taiwan is really doing its at mukhang maganda talaga din ang government leadership nila, no? I think maganda yung government leadership nila, and they are very environmentally conscious. That's why yun ang maganda doon. Kaya kayo, you collaborate. Kumbaga yung advocacy doon, hindi nyo nasimulan kasi the government is doing it. Hopefully sana, brother, na yun ang nangyayari sa atin doon sa Pilipinas, no? Sana ganyang leadership meron tayo na consistent, no? So, kaya ang inyo ng mission is to help back home.
Yes.
Or other mission areas, no? So, yun ang inyong mission na ginagawa, no? It's a collaboration within the mission area, at the same time collaboration with the communities outside, no? And helping, para kayo yung support, financial or material support ng ARCORES, lalo na sa mga sa Pilipinas na palaging devastated. Okay? So, brother, ano naman yung programa natin particular dito sa Pilipinas na mention na rin ni Father Joel na tinutulungan nila?
Okay, I can present the PowerPoint.
Yeah, sige. Na may share mo na.
Just share my screen.
Yeah. Yan, so makikita natin ano yung mga ginagawa ng Augustinian Recollect, no? They're not just missionaries as evangelizers, but evangelize with concrete actions, especially responding to the calls of the time, and the needs of the times. So, brother?
Yes, since Father Joel mentioned about the many activities wherein the community of Taiwan is involved in supporting our projects, the projects of the ARCORES in the Philippines is not only environmental, but also there are also social projects. But for the benefit of our focus regarding environmental, I will present the existing initiatives of ARCORES related to the environment. We have at least 6 to 7 projects being done in the Philippines. I can mention the University of San Jose Eco Park, the UNOR, University of Negros Occidental Eco Park in Negros, the Colegio de Santo Tomas Recoletos Jardín de la Salud and Eco Park, and then our future project, which already received a funding, the Casian Island Water Catchment, to provide in the future drinking water to the community in Casian. And then we have partner communities also like the Sipaway Island Seagrass Protection and Restoration in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. This is ARCORES trying to respond the environmental concerns in the area of sustainable development goals related to energy, climate action, life below water, life on land, and partnership for the goals. And ito yung program ng University of San Jose Recoletos, Training and Education, which is accredited by the DNR as an environmental training center in Region 7. And then the official partner also Greenpeace regarding the end of the use of plastic campaign. And these are the many initiatives being done by the University of San Jose Recoletos in Cebu. And their campaigns in partnership with different environmental organizations, especially Greenpeace. And then the Eco Park in Cebu, also in Danao, to provide a center wherein students and companies can participate in the tree growing activities. And this is also in the spirit of Laudato Si. And our target then was to plant 250,000 trees in this area. And we also grow our vegetables, and then involving also the community in their spiritual and evangelization growth. Aside from the University of San Jose in Cebu, we have also the Recoletos Eco Park in Bacolod, or in Don Salvador Benedicto in Negros Occidental. Again, tree growing site of the university community, and our target in all these eco park is to plant Philippine indigenous trees and fruit trees. And this will provide biodiversity impact on the area. And involving the priest community and the stakeholders. Again, this is to address our contribution to address climate change as challenged by Pope Francis. And then we have in San Carlos City, the recently launched the Jardín de la Salud, Laudato Si Environmental Center in the school, an ecological greening center of the school community, facilitating eco-education among students and the faculty. They have the MRF also, or the recycling center. And they have also in the future the eco park, and they started already the blessing of trees, the blessing of the plants in the area. And then I mentioned today, and we have our guest Father Joel with his parishioners involving themselves in the cleanup drive in the island of Taiwan. And you can see how young people and old people are participating in this campaign. And what Father Joel mentioned earlier, the interreligious component of their ministry. And then the Recoletus di Saipan campaign, we did this posters for Saipan in the last 2 years already. Father Albert is printing this in his church. And simple campaign that will make the people aware, the parishioner aware of their contribution to have a livable island in this very vulnerable place in the planet. Then we have to answer the challenge of Pope Francis on the side of our response in educating our people, especially young people, to reject the kind of lifestyles that we have today, the throwaway culture, all these things, and to make them be educated in a way like making them involved. And you have seen how, like, the experience in Taiwan is doing these things regarding environment.
Oh, ayan nga. So thank you, brother, no? Maganda na pinakita mo yung ganyan slides, so at least na malaman na ilan lang ito. I know you have also in Africa and other parts of the world, no, na ARCORES program. So what we're saying now is what we have seen dito sa present ni Brother Tagoy, ni Father Joel at Father Albert, kung anong extent ng mga ginagawa at pagtugon ng congregation. I was thinking of making it Spanish or congregation ng Augustinian Recoletos sa pagtugon sa panawagan at hamon ng Laudato Si. So, Recoletos has a long history of service missionary activities in the Philippines, no? Sabi nga 50 years from the start of evangelization or the start of Christianity of the Philippines, no? 50 years after dumating ang Augustinian Recollect. At ang prutas at ang bunga ng missionary work ngayon ng mga Augustinian Recoletos na mga friars before ay nagbunga din ng mga missionaries abroad, no? Kaya nga naging bisita natin si Father Joel sa Taiwan, si Father Albert sa Saipan, si Brother Tagoy sa Madrid at ngayon nag-expand pa sa Germany. No? Ganun kalawak, and in other parts of the world nandun ang Augustinian Recollect as a parang bayad, no? Pagbayad doon sa biyaya ng missionaries, ng early missionaries to the Philippines. And yung spirituality, no? Spirituality, tama ba ito, Brother Tagoy? Yung spirituality of St. Augustine is, sa kanya, creation is the outpouring of God's love. Tama ba ako?
Related sa, kung i-relate natin yung saying ni Augustine regarding the care for the environment. Okay. Since our topic is Laudato Si, even Augustine recognizes that creation itself is the outpouring of God's love. Kaya we don't have the right to destroy creation because this is God's gift to us, and this is expressed. This is for him, the image of creation is his image, no? The image of God himself. Yun ang tandaan natin na hindi lang basta-basta na sinira natin ang tao, ang kalikasan, pinatay natin ang tao. By itself, we are also destroying the blessings of God. Kaya tandaan natin yan na yung cry of the earth at cry of the poor natin nakaangklan yan, no? At saka, kung iangot natin sa ating sitwasyon, human rights violations, pagpatay ng tao, walang katuwiran, no? Itong lahat titingnan natin na sa saying ni St. Augustine, siya mismo nagsabi na ang tao, ang kalikasan, parte ng pag-ibig ng Diyos.
Okay. So, ngayon, I would like to ask you for your last piece dito, message dito sa ating programa ngayon. So, Father Joel?
Maraming salamat po sa pagbigay ng opportunity sa akin at sa mga brothers ko dito sa Taiwan na makahalubilo kayo, makasama kayo dito sa programa at may bahagi din yung mga kakaunting nagagawa namin dito sa Taiwan to help our common home, our environment. At sa sinabi ko na po, kami po ay collaborators ng how to protect the environment, although we do not claim to really initiate the programs, pero ang diocese itself and the government of Taiwan is very conscious about the effect of climate change. So kami po ay nagsusuporta at ganun din sa mga initiatives ng Recoletos sa Pilipinas or any part of the world. Kung meron po kaming may tutulong, kami po ay tumutulong din po. So sa kakaunting makakayanan namin. So salamat sa opportunity na ibinigay po sa amin na makibahagi din.
So Father, baka pwede mong batiin yung mga parishioners mo in Mandarin or in the language and encourage them.
Okay. 大家好，我是戴神父。所以现在我们有这种现场直播的一个活动，就是关于就是保护我们自己的环境。那感谢大家，希望我们要好好照顾我们的环境，因为按照我们教宗方济各所说的，这是我们每一个人的家。那我们好好照顾着我们自己的家，要不然我们去哪里呢？如果我们坏掉、毁灭这个家，我们没有办法继续走。而且我们照顾我们自己的环境，也是遵守我们天主，因为天主所创造所有的一切，他也需要我们好好照顾我们自己的家，是这个世界。谢谢大家，天主保佑。
Okay. So Father, in ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Just in brief lang. You don't need to repeat all. Pero ano yung iyong ayun yung pinaka-gist nung sinabi mo?
So in English, I was telling the Chinese-speaking people that this is our common home, and according to Pope Francis, we have to take care of this common home. Because if this common home is destroyed, where shall we go?
Yeah.
There is no other place for us to go. So we have the common responsibility to take care of this common home. So we have to work together and protect this common home.
Thank
you.
Okay, really nice. Nice. So, brother?
Thank you sa ating mga viewers and listeners. And isa itong opportunity na kaya naming ma-share sa ating mga tagahanga ng ating programa, Faith Watch. At saka isa ding opportunity na magpasalamat kami sa CBCP Media at Areopagos Communications na we are given the opportunity to share our life as Augustinian Recolects. No? Again, makikita ninyo na we are just simple Filipinos, simple missionaries, silent missionaries na ginagawa yung ordinaryong buhay namin with our people in the missions. And makikita natin our guests today, Father Joel and Father Albert, are doing their ministry in a way beyond the call of the church na kaya nilang maglingkod na hindi lang sa evangelization kundi itong concern sa ating environment. At naipakita natin na we can do greater service to the church if we take the challenge, especially the challenge of Pope Francis in the climate crisis. No? And pasalamat tayo na nandyan pa rin yung mga missionaries willing to serve and willing to be a gift to the church, especially the Philippine church to the world.
Okay, so thank you, brother, no? At thank you, Father Joel, no? Kung titingnan po natin yung ating programa sa Laudato Si and Caring for a Common Home, para sa ating mga taga-subaybay, ito ay patuloy na pagbubunyag, pagpapalawak. Ano ang Laudato Si? Paano tumutugon ang iba't ibang komunidad, iba't ibang religious groups, iba't ibang mga individual sa hamon, no? Dahil lahat tayo ay inimbitahan na tugunan ang layunin ng Laudato Si. We have 7 Laudato Si goals, no? And what Brother Tagoy, Father Joel, and Father Albert have shared to us is the concrete action of the Augustinian Recollect in line with the call with Laudato Si goals, no? Hear the cry of the earth, the cry of the poor, no? Ecological economy, lahat yan. At ang issue na, itong panawagan na to ay tinutugunan, no? Itong 7 years, meron tayong Laudato Si Action Platform at ang reliyoso ay meron din silang papel na specific na tinutugunan. So, religious are not just missionaries to preach the gospel in the pulpit, pero meron silang mission to go beyond the pulpit, no? Hindi lang doon sa altar, hindi lang sacramental, but really extending the community of God, the people of God toward, hindi lang people of God, but the community of creation. Kaya we would like to thank you, Father Joel, Brother Tagoy, Father Albert, for your zeal, no? Missionary zeal ninyo. You are the gifts of the Filipino people to the world, no? Kaya tama lang yung ating tema ngayong 500 years of Christianity, gifted to give, and you are given to serve as the fruits of, in thanksgiving for the evangelization that our early missionaries have given to us, no? At ngayon inimbitahan din natin ang ating mga taga-subaybay, please don't forget to subscribe, no? Dito sa Faith Watch. And then, you like this program, Laudato Si, Caring for a Common Home, share it to others. At pwede nyo balik-balikan itong ating programang ito diyan sa Faith Watch channel para po patuloy ninyo may bahagi at mapalawak natin dahil code red na po tayo sa ating climate, no, sa climate change. And then, ang COP26 na nangyari bago lang ay hindi ganun ka promising. Hindi dapat natin iasa sa mga leaders ng mundo ang ating kinabukasan at kinabukasan ng ating planeta, kundi bawat isa ay kumilos ayon din sa pinakita at halimbawa ng ating mga kapatid, mga missionaries natin na Augustinian Recoletos, no? Kaya maraming salamat sa patuloy niyang pagsubaybay dito sa ating programa. Ito po si Lou Arsenio, ang inyong host, at ang ating mga co-host na si Father Joel from Taiwan, Brother Tagoy from Germany, no? And Father Albert from Saipan, siba? International. Kaya para sa inyong katanungan, please don't forget to comment. So maraming salamat at makakalikas na pagbati sa inyong mga lahat, ating mga katahanan.